I'm back again and we're in Torrevieja on the Costa Blanca. It's a Saturday, it's the 7th of September. So yep, there's still people about and it's still a little bit busy. But at the moment in Torrevieja, 10:30 in the morning, you've just got a few little joggers about, but we're here to tell you about the latest news, of course. And yeah, a big news as well. And this may affect the housing market all over Spain, not just in Torrevieja or on the Costa Blanca, but this new set of rules are coming in into Valencia, Comunidad, and yeah, pretty serious rules as well. And they're coming into effect very, very soon, and it could be a very hefty fine. 10,000 up to 600,000. So this will definitely affect the housing market and slow it right down. As you know, there's been a lot going on lately with the old protest, tourists out and all that because of the lack of accommodation for all the Spanish workers and the Spanish people. So a lot of places, like we said before in Barcelona, they've actually reduced from 2026, and they're trying to really eliminate tourists altogether in some cities. So these new set of rules are definitely going to affect the housing market. So yeah, these are what they are. The new tourist regulations are definitely coming into effect, and if they're not coming into effect this week, they're going to be coming into effect very, very soon, because they've drawn all the plans together and it's not looking good really. If you're thinking of getting a new tourist license, there's big changes and there's certain things you need to get, and if you don't get this, like I mentioned, it could be fined up to 600,000 euros. So yeah, what are the rules? So I'm going to tell you what the penalties are, and that of course the fine if you don't comply with the new rules or regulations. So yeah, if you comply, you ain't got a problem. So let's crack away with the new rules, shall we? And the new tourist regulations in Spain, which is coming into effect in the Comunidad Valencia, and it's rentals, and rentals lasting less than 11 days. There's going to be a change in them rules now. So yeah, 11 days or less, it's going to be classed in a category which will come under a tourist rental, and anything more than 11 days will be classed seasonal rental. Yeah, if you're thinking of getting a tourist license now, where before you'd have a tourist license and it would last forever basically, no, anyone now applying for a new tourist license, it will only be valid for 5 years. And then a month before the license is renewed, you're going to have to contact your local community and your town hall and reapply to get the license extended for another 5 years. And of course, these regulations only apply for people that have applied for a new license after the 2nd of August this year, 2024. Anyone that's had a license before that won't have any problems, but the new ones, they're only going to get 5 years. It'll be easy now to get a license like you did before. It won't be as straightforward. There'll be a new set of rules that you're going to have to comply with. And yeah, these are the rules you're going to need to get. You're going to have to get a cadastral reference, so basically that's going to show exactly where the property is on a map. So like Google Maps, you're going to have to show the exact location. That's got to be all in the deeds and everything, and advertised when you're renting your place out. You ain't going to be allowed to, it's going to be prohibited to allow your property to be rented out for any other things like short-term or long-term rentals. That's all gone now in this new regulation, so it'll only be for the tourists let only. All going well, you get your license and it's valid for 5 years, but there is another snag to this as well. If you do get your license and you don't rent it out within the first 2 months of having your license, so if you sit on it and wait 6-7 months, your license being valid, it'll be squashed. So yeah, you get your license, you've got to rent your property within the 2 months, otherwise you're going to lose it. Yeah, lots of rules, and a lot of it's pretty common sense, but they're saying if you've got an apartment and it's above 4 floors, it's got to have a lift. So yeah, make sure if you're buying and it's not above 4 floors, you're in trouble if it ain't got a lift. And of course it's got to have a fire escape in an apartment as well, so people are aware of the fire escape. It's got to have a first aid kit in there as well. It must have air conditioning, And then if you've got a cooker, it must have at least 3 rings on the oven top cooker, yeah. So yeah, all basic sort of stuff really. It must have heating in one of the rooms. So yeah, just in case in the winter months, of course, can get a bit chilly at night. So one of the rooms must have heating. You must have aircon, and also, yeah, a lot of other stuff really, basic stuff. It's got to have a lot of electrical outlets. Must have internet, by the way. Yep, must provide internet, as well as the other things. Got to have a TV, a fridge. So yeah, what you normally do really when you rent out, it's just a few little changes there on the licence. 5 years, where before it was forever. And yeah, did say they were clamping down, and this ain't it. This is just a start. These are the new rules that are coming in. And we've got some more rules and all. Basically, you're going to have to leave some kind of a laminated card with it all on. So basically, you're going to have a list of the nearest medical centre, and also it's got to have a cleaning service, or basically the cleaning has to be done regular. I suppose if you've got a washing machine there and they're there for like a few weeks, shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, it's got to have regular cleaning, change of bedding and whatnot. And of course, all funny old rules, innit, eh? Emergency exit, emergency contact numbers, medical centres, and yeah, internet, all the usual really. But yep, you're going to have a little card in the apartment with all this information on, contact numbers and everything. Like most people when they're renting holidays out anyway, it has to be fully furnished, knife and forks, and got to have a wardrobe as well in every room, some kind of closet. Stand corrected, for the oven, it's only got to have 2 burners if it's up to 4 people. So more than 4 people, you'll need 3 burners. So yeah, it's quite a long list of regulations. What I do is, if people are thinking of buying a property rent, I'll leave the regulations down in the description. You can go through it yourself. But yeah, it definitely will affect the market, because with all this tightening up, with long-term, short-term. Another thing which some of the websites, big companies, that tend to do is Airbnb. They rent a room out. Well, them days are over now. You can't rent a room out in one of these tourist rentals you're going to be doing. So yeah, that's going to affect a lot of people, isn't it, that get the 1 room a night job. Basically, these are fines from 10,000 to 600. I'm sure if it's just a minor thing, I'm not having a refrigerator or internet or iron or hot water, probably going to be on the low bracket. But they're saying any of these violations could lead up to 600,000. And what they mean is if you're illegally renting one of the rooms out, or renting your apartment out and you ain't properly registered. And they can issue these kind of fines, because some of these places, they'll just take your house away. Got some good news, not for the rich people, but for the poor people, because old Sanchez is going to really start hitting these rich people with higher taxes. All these people that have got Lamborghinis and big houses who come into the rich bracket, they're going to be taxed a lot more. So yeah, it'll bring the old money back into Spain, of course. Must be short of a few coffers. So all these new rules coming out, taxing the rich. And also we've got some good news, as you all know, down in Torrevieja there, we've got the big major problems with the M332, and traffic is horrendous in holiday season. And they're putting a tender out later this year, and hopefully they get some decent bids in and they'll start this project. I did remember before COVID they were talking about they were going to be doing it then, and then COVID come along and it all went hush and quiet. But it's getting horrendous again, the old traffic. I think this year's been the worst, and it can only get worse because, as you know, as soon as they build these properties, people are in it. So there's thousands and thousands more people. And Torrevieja's on the map, and it's voted one of the top holiday destinations now here in Spain. So yeah, with a growing population and the new properties, they've had to get their finger out there, you know what, and get it sorted. So that's what they're doing. The tender's out, and hopefully we get this new road built. Might take another 10 years, mind you. So yeah, that's today's news. Let us know what you think. Was you thinking of getting a holiday let, and now you changed your mind? So there you go. I'll put all the rules down below, and check out the other latest news just up there.